Hey, what's up, everybody? So today we are going to take another look here at Apex because Apex has been steadily growing up, up, and it's seen a pretty big spike in the last few days. We're going to talk over the reasons why and also why it is still way undervalued and you still want to buy this. We've been telling you to buy it ever since pretty much the beginning of the game, and it's always still been cheap, and people may not understand exactly why it's still been cheap, but we'll cover that here shortly. So Apex is actually, the supply is going way down. We are on easy server right here, and there is literally 5 Apexes for sale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can't buy that one. That's a bid one only. There's 5 Apex for sale. The same thing I saw earlier on Enla. There's a very, very small amount of Apex being brought into the system. Not many people are selling it, and there is way too many players that want to buy it. So the prices are rising for that factor alone. The same thing has happened and is happening on the European servers. I logged on there last night, same thing. There's only a few amount of Apex on there, and their prices are actually a little bit higher. Where I saw they were roughly around 800, 900 gold already for Apex. So this is why Apex is still a great, great value. At 2 Apex gives you enough to buy patron status. You get 1,250 credits. You need 2,400 credits to become a patron and have patron status. Patron status gives you 5 loyalty tokens per day every time you log in. You can go ahead into the loyalty store and buy any item in here that you want with your loyalty tokens. You can see we've accumulated a whole bunch of loyalty tokens because I haven't spent them on anything. 255. But just looking at this, in 1 month, a patron, if you log in every single day, just logging in by doing nothing else, you're going to generate 150 loyalty tokens. That will get you a huge amount of money. You can buy, right now currently is the best thing to buy, is the Rumbling Archeum Tree sampling. This right here sells for a lot of money on the auction house. We'll take a look here. It's 35, so you can buy 4 of those with your 150 tokens. So we'll type in Rumbling here, and you see there's not many for sale because loyalty tokens are scarce. They are hard to come by. They are selling for 100 and nearly 60 gold right now, 159.99. So 160 gold. You can get 4 of them every single month for free, which gives you approximately 600 free gold just by being a patron. So that is why Apex shouldn't be like 1,000 gold, because if anyone can generate enough gold in 1 month just by loyalty tokens alone, there's something wrong. People sit there, get the loyalty tokens, all you have to do is log in. It's so simple, so easy. Log in, sell those guys. Now, not only can you get those free loyalty tokens here on the American server, you can now create a dummy account and log into the European servers as well, and then you can do the exact same thing. Just log in once a day, get the 5 loyalty tokens on there. It works on both accounts. And now again, you have 4 Rumbling Archeum Tree samplings. You sell them on the auction house. You make again approximately around 600 gold because the prices are very, very similar over there. And you use that 600 gold that you have to buy, some of Apex, or a part of an Apex. Because currently, right now, if we had 600 gold just by doing absolutely nothing else but logging in for loyalty tokens, we could almost buy 1 Apex on this auction house cluster. If we go into the European server, again, we would be very close, a few hundred gold away from buying 1 Apex on that auction house cluster just by logging in. Now, on top of that, you additionally gain 5 labor points every 5 minutes that you are offline. So which means every single day you're generating at the very minimum 1,440 labor points a day by being offline and never logging on. So by logging in once and then logging out immediately to the next server, to the European or the US server, you'll get those loyalty tokens. You'll also gain 1,440 labor points every single day on your character. You have a 5,000 labor point cap. Typically, the worst things that you can do in game will give you around 2 silver per labor point. So if you cut down trees or you convert items like logs into lumber, you're going to generate around 2 silver per your labor that you spend. So you are making money with that labor that you got from being a patron. There are a lot better things that you can do, like farming coin purses, but it's very time consuming and it can get you nearly around 20 silver per labor point, depending on the market trends and what they're selling for archeum crystals and shards and so on. And then there's other things like fishing can get you a really high amount. Gathering and farming is a very, very low amount. Mining is a very low amount, but everything will generate you money. Labor turns into money and gold. So all you have to do is make, right now, 140 gold per month and sell 4 of these rumbling archeum trees from your loyalty tokens, and you have an Apex. Do the same thing on the other server, the European, if you are American, or the American server if you are European, and you have an Apex. Depending on the market values, that is why these are really, really cheap. Now everyone has to have Apex to continue their patron status. Everyone wants to play the game for free and not pay anything. The only way to get Apex is someone has to physically buy Apex as well, just like all the other cash drop. But the problem is the other cash drop items don't have as much security as Apex. Apex has a lot of protocols in place where you can't credit card fraud dramatically and buy a ton of Apex. You can't buy thousands of Apex and flood the market. Some days you see workers' compensation prices drop or tax certificate prices drop dramatically, and that's because some real money transfer company got a hold of somebody's credit card. They're fraudulently using it to buy tons and tons of marketplace credits, and they're going ahead and buying all the marketplace items that they can actually buy. They can't use that credit card fraud to buy a ton of Apex. I believe there's a cap of 10 Apex per day. So even if they did steal it and they got past everything that they needed to, they could only max generate 10 Apex from that one stolen account, whereas they could buy hundreds upon hundreds of these workers' compensation potions before the system flags them and they get into trouble and they lose that account. So those are the main reasons why Apex is going to go up. That's how you can generate money and generate free Apex. There's also another reason, and that has to do with the new items introduced here in the cash drop. The new RNG box played a factor a little bit. People wanted to get those, so they went and bought Apex so they didn't have to spend real life money. And then the land expansion certificate. The land expansion certificate is probably the main focus of why Apex jumped up just dramatically, because it went from like 600 to about 750 in a matter of 2 or 3 days. Whereas Apex steadily rises around 10 to 15 gold every couple days generally. But this was a big jump, and that was because of the land expansion certificates being on the marketplace for 650 credits. Apex gives you 1,250 credits, so it means you could pretty much buy 2 land expansion certificates. The land expansion certificates were selling for 300 plus gold on the first couple days. You can see they're still selling for around 270, 275, and the thing is, you need 3 of these guys to make your gazebo farm. So these were a hot commodity, and they still are pretty hot. There's about 4 pages on here, but people were buying Apex and then breaking it down into credits to buy 2 land expansion certificates, sell them on the auction house, and making more money than they paid for their Apex. So if they paid 600 gold for their Apex and they were able to sell these guys for 350 each, they made nearly 100 gold profits by doing that. So that's what they were doing. That's how the prices jumped up about 100 gold in a matter of days, and some servers even more, because the smart people, again, saw a big opportunity. They saw that Apex was undervalued compared to the land expansion certificates, and they went ahead, bought them, used them as credits, generated these land expansion certificates, sold them on the auction house, and then rinsed and repeated, used the money that they got from that to buy more Apex, and just kept driving the price up until it wasn't profitable anymore. Because again, it was a profitable thing to do, to buy Apex, break it down in credits, and then sell the land expansion certificates. It looks no longer profitable on this server, but time will tell if these prices go back up. I doubt it, because there's so many on here now. There's about 4 pages. It doesn't seem like it's going to be insanely profitable, but this is going to be a problem for the cash shop, because this is the best item to sell in the cash shop currently. Nothing else even comes close. The workers' compensation potion is half the price, and the workers' compensation potion is only around 70. So there would be no reason in anyone's right mind to go ahead and sell workers' compensation potions for anything less than 120 or 130 gold, because they could go ahead and sell land expansion certificates for more. So everything is intertwined. This land expansion certificate is going to screw up the economy for some people. The workers' compensation prices should rise. All the other marketplace items should rise a little bit because of the land expansion certificate. And Apex, of course, is going to slowly and steadily rise. And there probably shouldn't be any dramatic jumps in the near future, but it will be rising every couple days, probably 50 gold every couple days until it gets up into that sweet spot of 1,000 to 1,500 gold is my guess, where Apex will probably stabilize, and that will probably be where you're going to see Apex in the long run. It's around 1,000 to 1,500 gold. So it is still a great buy at 700 gold. It's still a good buy at 800 gold. At 900 gold, you're iffy, but it's going to go up. So even at 900, if you got money, put it into Apex. It's safe there. You don't want to have the apocalypse happen and Apex be worth like 2,000 gold and then you're shit out of luck because you don't have Apex to continue playing the game, and you don't want to spend $15 a month to play the game. So stock up on Apex. The worst case scenario is that you use the Apex to fund your patron status, and it's not going to go down. Apex is not going down in price. They are not making it cheaper. They are not going to increase the supply. They're not going to allow people to generate Apex in-game. Apex is not going down in price. Definitely buy it now.